So today is the 27th. I just wanted to show this. This guy got out of this black truck here. Oh, now he's putting his head down. Over, I'm going to say 10 minutes, and just stood there with a backpack. Here comes another one. They're going into the place across the street, but they park in front of my room, or my little place. It's not my place, but the place I'm renting. So he stood outside under my window for over 10 minutes with a backpack, just standing there. Why don't they park in front of their own house? Does that even make any sense? Yeah, it makes sense if you're a targeted, empowered individual. These are military Freemasons right here. And that black truck behind it, the guy just got out of that and went around the back of the truck. And then when he saw me with a laptop, he disappeared before I could get the laptop up. See the thing in the window? That's their temporary plate because they rotate off on vehicles. See the other black SUV down there? That's one of my stalkers that moved in. That's a witch, actually, that drives that. Let's see how long it takes them to take off, because this is what they do. So this isn't just once that he parks right here. This makes about the 20th time in the last, there goes another black SUV over there. I probably didn't get it. In the last maybe week, when in front of the house that they're stationed in has plenty of space. There's actually enough for 2 to 3 cars right there. But they choose to park right there. Here comes another one. Y'all think I'm kidding? This is all day. People in red all day long come in and out. There's nothing here, but they park. And see her looking up at me? Why is she even looking up into the window? Do y'all walk by houses and just stare up into a window? The window's shut, so they can't hear me. Well, they can because they've got their monitoring device. So see how now she appears? What I wanted to say the other day is that truck over there that looks beat up, not the Jeep, the truck across the street, that appeared. Here comes another one. He's in off red. None of these people live here. None of them. They're sent here. Anyway, that's military too. That truck right there that pulled up the very day I got here, before they started the construction the next morning, and has been sitting there. They haven't towed it off. It's getting, the tire actually looks flat. No one's come to move it, and I'm sure they've got some sort of spyware in the truck. I don't know. I don't know the purpose of that. I have no clue why that truck is there. But the guy got out, I saw him in red, and he ran down the street. Of course, first I thought it's stolen, but if you're targeted, empowered, it's not. Especially with all the cops that watch me. If it was actually stolen, they would have noticed it. But, yeah. So there's something with that the Lord has showed me. Anyway. All right, that's about all I had. I'm not ready to, I got to run some errands, y'all. Today, again, is the 27th of January 2020. There's leaf blowers this morning in the rain. There was people screaming and yelling all morning. And yeah, I didn't document. I didn't want to document, but it seems to make them leave once I point the camera to them. So that's why I was doing that, because he was standing. It was just so strange. He gets out of the truck and just stands under my window with a backpack, just standing with his arms crossed. Number one, y'all saw, just think about, how does this even make any sense? Unless there's equipment, spyware, weapons, whatever they've got in their backpack. If you're new to being targeted, which most of y'all on this channel have been heavily targeted your whole life, but if you're new and you're wondering why a lot of them wear backpacks, it's because they've got some sort of weapon or spyware in the back. I don't know exactly what. Wow, did y'all see that go by? That was freaky. I wonder if that's going to come back up on the camera. Just think about this. Does this make sense to pull your truck up across the street while it's raining? It's not raining now, but it's sprinkling. When you could park directly in front of your house, and there's plenty of space in front of your house, but you have to squeeze in between 2 other cars. across the street, number one, does that even make any sense? No, it doesn't. Number two, to slam the door 4 or 5 times and then not get out of the vehicle, which is what he did. And then 3, to get out of the vehicle and then just stand with a backpack with your arms crossed. He grabbed the backpack, put it on, and then stood there. It was about, I'm going to say at least a good 8 to 10 minutes before I decided to video. I'm like, I want y'all to see this. But of course, as soon as I started video, and they swarmed and left. But just think about it. Why in the world would you get into a vehicle wearing your backpack? How uncomfortable is that to sit like that? Because they knew they'd been made, so the other guy ran out. And I saw them earlier, those guys, which are military, the fireman, which is also military, that has moved in to the other side behind me, they all have similar they're like cases that they pull. To me, they look like if you were going to carry cargo or something, and it's like a hard box thing, and it's orange, and it rolls. So they just rolled that up there. There's like 20 people living in that house, but they're not really. They rotate off. They're on shift. They shift. They change shifts so that someone is always here to harass, make noise, spy. And now I'm being jolted awake. I'm only being allowed to sleep about 4 hours. And every time, like clockwork, that I'm jolted awake, I look out and there's a black truck or a black SUV that has its lights on. And when I open the window, they drive off. Yeah. So they're aiming something. So anyway, I just want, again, document everything. I'm not letting it get to me. I'm not mad. Again, I just feel that while I can document, this will help some people that don't know what's going on, that think we're exaggerating, or that are maybe involved in the gang stalking that don't think it's this bad, or they're not really doing anything. I'm just wearing a red shirt, walking past this woman's window. If it's all day, every day, and you're constantly being kept from sleep, noise all night. They had a make-believe fight again this morning about 7 in the morning. Last night until 1:30, someone was parked on the corner with a boom, boom, boom bass on their vehicle. And then people next door, the witch and the warlock and the military, the liar, the witch, and the warlock, came out onto their balcony, which is directly in front of my window and my balcony, and yelled real loud till, I'm going to say 1:30 in the morning. Yes, there's a sound ordinance, but not if you're targeted. But, I do want to share with y'all on a good note, they gave me what they stole back. I didn't get it back 100-fold yet, but I did get it back. And I was allowed to keep for my bike that they overcharged me, the used bike. They allowed me to keep that. Oh, yes, there is something positive. They allowed me to keep the combination lock that went with it, that they had locked and didn't give me the combo for. And it's probably like a $50 lot. So that is kind of cool. But, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hopefully this doesn't go offline because I have the meaning of the, there's a significance. Like I said, I guarantee you, whatever the combination is that they give me, the numbers they give me, it's going to mean something. Okay, so the bike cost, again, I just bought a used bike. Well, I paid for it over the phone, and then I had them deliver it. They were delivering it for free because it was like clearance sale or something, and I really needed a bike, y'all. And I can't find any used bikes around here. And I was like, where are all the used bikes? And they said, several people have said, because of the My Sharona charade, people are buying them up because they're not going to the gym. So I had to get it, and it's like a 45-minute drive, and I would have had to pay a cab. And then how would I get it back? I mean, the cab, I guess, could have brought it back. Long story short, so I buy this bike. And it was supposed to be a discount from a new one because it was a rental. However, with me, Everything's always a scam and a scheme. They take any little bit of joy. It was supposed to be a joyful, fun time. I got a new bike. I finally can ride my bike again. Oh, and here comes the mailman, as usual. The mailman follows me. Yes, that's right. The mailman is in on it. Even the mailman's in on it. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And when I was a kid, we had the same mailman. Now, every week, there's a different person. And the Lord showed me some of them aren't even mailmen. Some of them aren't even cops. They're in costume. They're actors. They're clowns. All the world's a stage, right, y'all? But so this lock thing, I got the combination to it. So I know the Lord is going to speak to me on what all this means. Put it together so we know what is in store and how we're about to be lifted out of this. So I knew the Lord was speaking because he showed me last year about I've been given a key. And so now I get the bike delivered. They purposely overcharged me because I said, I looked at my account and there's extra taken out. What's that for? I called the shop, right? And because I was going to tell them not to deliver it because I could have bought the new bike for that. I don't want to spend that much money. And he said, oh, well, he already left to deliver it. Just tell him when he gets there and he'll correct it or we'll correct it. So the guy gets there to deliver it. And because I had him meet me in a like outside of a coffee shop because they know where I'm at anyway, but just you might as well take as many precautions as you can. I'm not scared or anything, but why allow them to come over and then really and more of my thought was, and then really have a scene of all the neighbors that are part of it harassing while I'm trying to look at the bike and take it for a test ride, right? I just wanted to alleviate as much as I could. So anyway, he gets there and I said, oh, I like it. I said, but I was charged blah, blah, blah. And we agreed to blah, blah, blah because it's used. I'm going to have to, the tires aren't that great on it and all that. He goes, oh, I saw that. Somebody must have gone into the computer and changed it. I'll fix it when I get back. So number one, he saw it before he left by saying he saw that, right? But he didn't change it. And he didn't bother to tell me. So that was already underhanded. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just wanted to hurry and leave. Although how long does it take to go into a computer, right? 5 minutes. So long story short, he apologized, gives me the bike. I ride off with it. I did not notice that there was a combination lock hooked to the back of the bike under the seat. I didn't look under the seat. I just looked around it. I saw, okay, there's a couple little dings, but not really a big deal. It's a good deal. So I ride off with it. Then when I get it back, I'm pushing it in and I noticed the combination lock. So I called Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Finally, last night, someone gave me the combination lock. So I believe this is all significant because they refunded my money that they took the following day. And I even found that funny. I said, why was I charged so much? Oh, well, he probably charged you he probably wrote in the new bike cost and forgot to change it. I said, the new bike doesn't even cost that much. He goes, yeah, that is kind of strange. Durr. They just invent numbers, right? But they didn't invent this number. This is why they charged me this amount. And I guess they thought maybe I wasn't going to look at it. I don't know. I think it was to subliminally try to put a curse on me. So the amount, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but now that I have this out, I might as well tell y'all. Okay, so the amount they charged, I looked it up in Strong's. It means to be corrupted, to perish. Your riches have rotted. Is that amazing? So they're trying to steal. Satan's trying to steal any bit of finances we have, which we all know that. He's done that for years, right? But the Lord is vindicated us. The price it was supposed to be that now I have gotten back. So it actually is now this price, what the Lord actually told me that I would get it for. And he came through. I just had to have faith. I had to give it to the Lord and not stress about it. and he came through for me. So technically, it was 3 days because this happened Saturday. All right. So from Saturday to Sunday evening is 1 day. Sunday to Monday is 2 days. And Monday to Tuesday evening is 3 days. Is that not amazing? So the meaning of the amount that the bike actually is means ration money paid to soldiers, wages, compensation, eternal compensation, and divine recompense of the unrighteous in keeping with their earthly deeds. Also, it means fine gold in Hebrew. You can't make this stuff up. Number one, we're being recompensed for everything that the unrighteous have been stealing from us and all the evil deeds that they've been doing to us. We are soldiers, right, for the Most High God. And it actually says money paid to soldiers, wages and compensation. Then it says eternal compensation. Wow, what a blessing that is. We have eternal compensation. We go up. This is amazing. And then we're being refined as gold in the fire, fine gold. So they gave me the combination finally last night, and it worked. And so now I'll tell y'all the meaning of that. If this goes off, I'll come back on and tell y'all later because I got to run some errands. I wasn't planning on squawking. Hold on. Hopefully this won't go off because it's on my computer screen. Oh my gosh, it didn't go off. Well, I can't click on it, but I remember, and there's the slamming. They're back again. I can't click on it right now. I don't want this to go off. But basically, it means strong and mighty and like a warrior is what the real meaning means. Let me see if I have it. I might have it written down, something else. Oh, no, I didn't write it down. I'll come back on and tell y'all the full meaning of what the combination meant. But it's very significant on what our mission is. I remember that. Anyway, so that was a blessing. Okay, so what else? Let me see. I mean, I have a lot to tell y'all. A lot. Okay, I'll end it with this. So I'm being led to, we're going to be moving soon. Not we. The only one with me is Benyay, but a lot of us that are on standby. The Lord says, stand until I give you the next directions. So I was like, Lord, where am I supposed to be going? Let me find it. Again, I wasn't planning on coming on yet. Talk amongst yourselves. It's a second. So I'm asking the Lord, where am I supposed to be going? I'm not getting any clear direction. There's places I want to go, but I don't want to go unless you tell me to go there. If you have me staying here, please give me peace about it, but let me know because my rent is due. And then I may not even be able to be allowed to stay another month. This was just a little temporary place. And as I said that, I walked past the next room to go to the bathroom as I'm talking to the Lord, which I talk to him all the time. He's my best friend. And this is sitting out. I must have opened it and I was going to look at it and I just threw it. I remember glancing at it, but I didn't know the significance. A river runs through it. So that's a hint. Then on a video with the dove, the lamp with the dove, which how many people have lamps like this? So this was hidden in a corner. They have the other two lamps that are just regular looking lamps. I made a video about this when I found this out. They have the other two lamps that are just, regular looking bases of lamps. But then in the corner, there was another lamp. Well, I wanted it to be as bright as possible so I could read the Bible while I was making this video, which was within the last 3 or 4 videos. You'll see it. And behind the sofa was the other lamp. Well, the base part of it was hidden. All you could see was this. And I went to turn it, and I'm like, what is that? Thinking it's the same as the other two because it has the same shade. But it had this on it. What? A dove. Yes, the Holy Spirit. It was amazing. So that's when I made the video, and I started it just making a joke like how Kramer did. If y'all ever watched Seinfeld, I used to love that show back when I watched TV years and years and years ago. And Kramer said, hello, and welcome to Movie Phone. Please select the name of the movie you would like to see using your touch tone keypad. I did something like that, okay? And then I made up the name of the movie, A River Runs Through It, which I think was a movie. And then here this is on here. So I found that weird, and I thought, well, maybe I flipped open to this and glanced at it, and that's why that was in my mind. That could have been. But this part, I know it was Father putting it all together. So as I'm walking to the restroom, I'm passing this magazine sitting here. As I said, where am I supposed to go? Where are you calling me? And I see A River Runs Through It. And I'm like, okay, well, a lot of the places I want to go have rivers. Lots. Like, y'all know the main place I really want to go, but the Lord won't let me go there. For now, anyway. And I heard page 49. I actually heard that in my spirit. And this is a very small, this is how thick it is. It's like a little magazine. And I got it, and it was in a hotel room that I stayed at, like, I don't know. Or no, this wasn't in a hotel room. I'm sorry. This was here. This was already here. That's right. And so, because I picked up something in a hotel room, like a little free whatever. But look how thin it is. Okay, so, and I know y'all see the name of it. Who cares? I move all the time, so it doesn't matter if y'all retrace my steps and you're part of Gang Stalking 101. They already know where I'm at. Doesn't matter. But I thought, there's no way there's 49 pages. There might be like 30. The Lord said, go to page 49. And I said, if there's actually over 30 pages, even 40, I'll be shocked. And guess what? There was more than that, but there definitely was a 49 page. So I went to it. All the pages look like this. They just got, stuff about people that live there and what's going on in the city, except for the page I was told to go to. And as you can see, this is page 49. See it? This is 48. I'm sorry. This is page 48. And I saw that as a picture. So it's actually 49 is the only page in the whole magazine that's, what do you call it? Like a centerfold, but it's not in the center because it's only got 80 pages. So like 40, 45 would be the center, okay? There's more pages on one side than the other, but it's got 2 pages. And look what it is. A port city companion. So that's a hint, but it gets more amazing. So yesterday, I didn't watch any videos. Now that I think about it. Except for the first maybe 10 minutes of Bagley. And it was because it was something that caught my eye because the Lord had warned me in that prophetic utterance, watch for the wind, the sleet and snow. And I thought that was odd because I'm somewhere where it doesn't snow. And then sleet, I don't think it would sleet. But the wind was like a big deal. And he had some sort of title about that. And also I found out, and I forgot to tell y'all, when I was looking for bikes, I'm like, why can't I even find a used bike in a bike shop that's less than like $400 or $500, right? And which I won't pay that much because they always steal my bikes. And 2 different bike shops that I called, I was asking that question. That's when they told me that. Well, they also told me that no new bikes are coming in right now because they're all on standby out in the waters, in the ocean, on the freight liners or whatever they call them, the ships, the cargo ships like this. That's what they just told me. This all happened this last week. See how Father fits it all together? And they said that they're all out and they're on standby. And I'm like, why can't they come in? And they said, well, they think there may be a threat for the virus, the My Sharona charade. So they have to wait 14 days. And I said, okay, so within 2 weeks, but I've been looking for months in different cities, not just here, wherever I go, and I can't find one. And they said, yeah, but they're not even allowing them in after the 14 days quarantine to actually dock because of a threat that they may have some sort of exploding container on there or whatever. Because we're at war, but people don't know it. Anyway, long story short, so the thing with Bagley yesterday had something about a giant shipping container ship had capsized because of the wind out off the coast of California. The name of the ship, and I wish I would have took a picture of his video, but y'all can go look, was Rena. Shout out to you, Brother Jeff. I found that very significant. Rena capsized. Okay, Rena is also one letter off from Lena, which actually is just my nickname, but still, Rena capsized. So it's sideways. The Lord showed me months ago, and I've lived in many port cities, that the port cities are going to be hit. I thought that he meant they're going to have like hurricanes and stuff like that, which they very well could. But I also felt in my spirit that he was saying they're going to take out the port cities strategically so that there's less food and more people are relying on the governing of the mental to get their food. So this is very significant because the Lord will put me in places that are under attack. And I know a lot of y'all. And people have told me for years, man, wherever you go, a storm follows you. But the Lord always protects me, just like when I went through Katrina, and just like when I went through Hurricane Irma, and I went through another flood that flooded. We had 6 feet of water in our house when I was 12 years old, which is also significant, the 12 tribes, right? The 12 bloodlines. And we had to sit, me and my dad and brother and mom had to sit on our kitchen cabinet till the water came up over the cabinet. Then we had to swim across the neighbor's yard, of course, which was now a waterway, a lake. And my brother said, luckily, we were all good swimmers. Well, my mom really wasn't, but my brother and me were. And my dad said, kids, look straight ahead. Look at me. Don't look to the left or right. That has popped into my head. Wow. Do not look left or right. Look forward. Who told us that? Father. Who told me that as a kid? Dad. Do you know why he told me that? I was wondering. I was thinking maybe he thought we were going to go like try to grab something that was floating by. I didn't know. I honored whatever my father said. If he told me to do something, I would do it. And that's how we are with our Father. And so, but what my dad would tell me. So we did that and we got there. The reason why we went to the neighbor's house is they had a floored attic. My parents were good friends with them. So they knew they had a floored attic. And we stayed in the attic there and lived off of peanut butter and tuna fish, which they had brought up from their kitchen. I think it was maybe 2 days. And then we were rescued by a rescue boat. Yep, that really happened when I was 12. So I've had this stuff all my life. But isn't that significant that he said, kids, look straight at me, look straight ahead, follow me, do not look to your right or left. He may not have said it in that way. I highly doubt he said it that way, but that's what he meant. When we got up to the attic, I asked, of course, because I always wondered about things. I was always seeking truth, right? Why did you tell us to do that? Because there was an alligator swimming by. Hello. You can't make this stuff up. Significant of the enemy swarming around me, even when I was a kid, and y'all too. I've got tons of stories like that I might share with y'all later. Remind me to tell y'all about when our house got broken into. And I'll just tell y'all. So we lived in a pretty upscale neighborhood, not super rich, but like upper middle class, because my dad worked for NASA, right? Again, that was my adopted dad, not same bloodline, but I loved him, and I still pray for him, and I believe he made it up there. But there was no break-ins back then. The biggest crime was, I think in the paper one time, somebody stole a bicycle. It was a kid stole another kid's bicycle. Nothing ever. Here comes another one, y'all. I just want y'all to see this. This is another military. See him on the phone? That's normal, right? He's walking straight down the street. Now he's going into the house where all the rest of the new people have moved. See him look right at me? Look, he's taking oh no, I'm sorry. He's putting his mask on. Now he's knocking on the door. So this is military action right here. See how he's looking right at me? This is what they do. This is a military guy for sure. Here comes a mechanical guy at the same time. This tiny little street. Anyway, I'm sorry, that got me off track. So this was very creepy. And it was like, it was Satan saying, your daughter is, a threat to my kingdom. And so basically warning what he was going to do. But back then I didn't know any of this stuff. I was 12 years old. So when we had the flood, it was 2 weeks after my birthday. I just got new bedroom furniture that I was so excited to get because I had the same furniture since I was a little kid. And you know, when you get to start to be 12, 13, and you're blossoming, you want to have more grown-up furniture. 2 weeks after my birthday and I got my new furniture, we had the flood and all the furniture was ruined. And then I had to well, whatever, who cares? But anyway, yeah, just all kinds of crazy stuff, always being attacked by Satan. But we had our house broken into while we were gone on vacation, which never happens, never in the whole city. But in our neighborhood, it was even not gated, but there was like an entrance and everybody knew everybody. They watch out for everybody. So I found that strange thinking back. How did they get away with it? They know everything we do. It's because it was them. It was Satan's minions. So they break in. My mom had jewelry in there. There was TVs. And I think back then, maybe it was like VCRs back in those days. But there was like a TV. There was jewelry. There was silver, crystal and all that kind of stuff they could have stolen. And a couple antiques and things like that my parents had. They took nothing, zero, except for one thing, my piggy bank with some little measly allowance money that was in there. What, $20? Took nothing else, but they took my piggy bank. My brother also had the same amount of money in his piggy bank because we got the same allowance, right? But they didn't take his, only mine. And the other significant thing was they burned a hole in the carpet. I remember this because my dad was very disturbed by it. They burned a hole in the carpet as if to say, we're burning you, your daughter's going to burn, whatever. I don't know what it was. And then my brother had this toy chopper called a whirly bird, okay? It went around, it was like attached to this long pole thing. Some of y'all are old enough, over probably 40, that would know what this was. It was on this little pole thing, and it spun around. And they took that out and placed it on the floor in the living room for all of us to notice right when we walked in by the burn mark. Y'all tell me what y'all get from that, because I'm attacked and stalked and followed by choppas. Give me the choppa. Also, fallen angels use choppers, and a lot of times they are actual demons, not real choppers. It looks like a chopper. It takes the form of it, but it's an actual fallen angel demon. That actually happened. That is a true story when I was 12. I'm sorry. The flood was when I was 12. When they broke into our house, I was probably between 9 and 10. So again, y'all see the pattern? But why would they only take my little piggy bank, not my brother's, and nothing of value in the house, and then put the whirly bird out? It's all significant. It ties together, and the Lord is starting to show me. But anyway, let's get to something positive, shall we? So the Lord said a port city. So a river runs through it, a port city. Then it happens to have a picture of the cargo ships, like what Bagley said, and I'm sure other channels have said it, but I didn't watch videos last night, that capsized because they're taking them out so that we will have to be strategic, which we won't be. The Lord's going to provide manna from heaven. So if you have the Holy Spirit, you don't have fear of how we're going to be guided or make it or protected or provision. He's going to provide for us. But underneath it, this is very significant. What is the likelihood of this, y'all, that it says this? Look at it. Just look at it. Okay, so it says, they don't call us captains. Do you get it? Some of us, the Lord told me I'm his foreman for the regulators. Some of us are leaders in the new. All right, we're going to lead the lost. We're going to save souls, lead the lost. We're going to show people what's really going on, battle the fallen, cast out demons, and heal the sick. So we're captains, and our ship is coming in. Captains, they don't call us captains of the industry for nothing. Leslie Moses. Now you tell me that is not a common name. Moses. Do you get it? Parted the Red Sea. The Lord showed me that about a week ago, and I forgot to tell y'all. There's something, he's doing something with what he did with Moses, how they were after Moses and the Israelites, and Father parted the Red Sea, and they walked through it, and then he made it basically capsized them. The water fell back on them, and they were destroyed. Those workers of iniquity, chasing and following and stalking, the watchers that watch us, true targeted, empowered individuals. So there's something with Moses, the connection to Moses. And remember, Moses went on the mountain to get his instructions. When he came back down, he was filled with the glory of the Lord and had a bright shining face, and they couldn't look at him for 40 days. So there's something with parting of the Red Sea. The Lord keeps telling me a river runs through it. But here's the most, this is just not normal. It's amazing. It's the Lord. Leslie Moses puts on her water wings for some quality time with the leaders of the nation's fastest growing harbor. Okay? What I got from that immediately is the Lord keeps showing me, about maybe being able to preach from a boat like Jesus did, maybe the boat is symbolic of, our ship. We're going up. I've been shown that when I go up several times, I was actually on an old wooden boat that looked like Jesus' boat that I didn't know why a wooden boat, Lord. And when I woke up, I remembered exactly what the boat looked like. And the Lord said, the boat can talk. The Lord said, look up the boat Jesus was on. And there was a picture of what they thought was Jesus's boat, or one of them. It looked just like the boat that I never saw. I never saw a picture of it before. I knew Noah's Ark was like a wooden boat. Wow, there's a connection with that and the Ark. And we're archangels. We're keepers of the Ark of the Covenant, the rainbow covenant that the Lord made with us. Wow. And the ship, he will never again flood the entire land. We're protected. This is supernatural. So the wooden boat. And it was when I woke up from that dream where I was raptured and my dog was with me, I went up into the center of the sun, y'all. I have a video about this. This was about a year and a half ago. One of my favorite dreams ever. And I held my dog and I looked down and we were going very slowly. It wasn't scary at all. I was filled with joy. I was so excited in the dream. And I said, look, Beignet, we're going to see Jesus. And we went through the center of the sun, get it? No one goes to the Father except through the Son. The Son is a portal. We go through the Son to get to the Father, to get to heaven. Around the Son was a rainbow. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Father. You're seeing this live on Jesus TV. So the boat, rapture, rainbow, Ark of the Covenant, archangels, Moses parting the Red Sea, it all goes together with water wings. We're getting our wings, y'all. This is not a joke. Then it says, Leslie Moses puts on her water wings for some quality time with the leaders of the nation's fastest growing harbor. You get it? We're leaders in the new. The Lord told me since last year he is removing corrupt rulers, is what he told me. But it's the same as leaders. Corrupt rulers and replacing them with his elect. That's us. This is amazing. So just keep staying close to the Lord. Repent if you mess up, even for a wrong thought, which, believe me, I've had some of those with all the harassment I've been getting. But let's see. Oh, I'm wondering if I should even share this dream. I'm going to hold off. I finally had a dream. I finally was allowed to remember a dream, but I need to pray if this is just for me or if the Lord wants me to share it, because I wasn't coming on yet. So I'll pray about it and then I'll tell y'all. But it started off not a very good dream. I thought it was an attack from the enemy, which it might have been, but then the Lord changed it to good. So I may share it with y'all. Prayers for everybody. Oh, and for today's scripture this morning, the Lord showed me, seriously, Luke, and it goes again with everything he's been showing me that we're about to fly. Luke 9:27. But I tell you of the truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the kingdom of God. Because we're still standing better than we ever were, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Oh, snap. I'm out. A-ta-ta. A-ta-tell.